Pastor George with your Midday Motivation. Happy Friday to you. I believe this is going to be an awesome weekend. This week I was reading a story about a slave by the name of Henry Box Brown. He got the name Box, and I'll tell you that in the story, how he came up with the name Box. But he has a phenomenal story. Henry Box Brown was a slave in Virginia. He wanted to be free so bad. What he did was he arranged himself to be shipped in a box from Virginia to Pennsylvania. So he carefully got a box, packaged himself in there, closed the box, and arranged himself to be shipped to a free territory. And it worked. He gained his freedom by shipping himself in a box, thereby becoming the famous Henry Box Brown. Hooked up with Frederick Douglass, he began to give speeches all throughout the Northern Territories. He also went to England, gave speeches, and got married, and just lived a happy life. Henry Box Brown risked his life just to be free. Your midday motivation is this: what are you willing to risk to gain the freedom of living your dream? Henry Box Brown risked his life, possibly being captured. And I know that there are others like Harriet Tubman that helped others get free through the Underground Railroad. But I chose this story because of the risk of creativity that he came up with. I mean, he was genius to come up with this wonderful idea to use the mailing system to gain his freedom. But there was a whole lot of risk involved. What are you willing to risk to live your dream? Are you willing to risk to walk away from a relationship that don't mean you no good? Are you willing to risk to step out of the known into the unknown just so you can live the life that God has called you to live? What are you willing to risk? One of my favorite speakers says this life that you're living right now, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is real. This is the only life you're going to get. Today, I want to challenge you. Take a risk, just like Henry Box Brown. And although he was faced with the possibility of losing his life, he gained his freedom. Today, you're going to be faced with some challenges. But if you take a risk, I guarantee you, you can gain the victory of your dream. God bless you. We'll see you